Speaking of voting with your wallet, this is a vote in a direction that has changed the entire industry. So EA, Ian, reported, looking at this article from casino.org, which is interesting. they hit almost $1 billion in microtransactions in the fourth quarter of 2019. They announced that in a financial briefing.
In the fourth quarter.
$1 billion.
In just the fourth quarter. That's absurd. That's absolutely insane.
27% increase year to year over 2018. My God. Much of that growth can be attributed to the launch last September of FIFA 20, which EA said was the number one most engaged title in the company's subscription services. You know what most engaged means?
Played.
Most gambled.
Well,
that's what it means.
Fair. Well, I think we covered this similarly in a podcast sometime in the past year, but I think it was something that like FIFA, like I think the My Team stuff, or maybe it was just the My Team stuff across all the games generates some like $2 billion a year.
It's insane. I mean, it's obviously it's not big in the U.S., so we don't keep track as much. But obviously, it's
well, no, we do. I mean, they do because it includes there's the FIFA My Team, there's the they do it for Madden.
Oh, that's right, the same concept.
Yeah,
I'm talking about FIFA alone, though. I'm talking about, but you're talking about the My Team across the other games.
Yes.
Explain that again, Ian. It's like a trading
it's like buying
card
packs.
You're buying card packs.
You buy card
players.
packs, and you can use those players in your online teams.
Yeah. So you're basically gambling to get a competitive advantage online, right?
Yes.
So then, if I'm playing you, Ian, let's just say I'm playing you, say, in an NBA game, right? So you got the pack of you got Dame Lillard in your pack, and I only have John Starks, unfortunately, on my team. So I gotta buy those packs to get Steph Curry. That's basically what's going on.
Essentially.
Damn you, John Starks. Sorry. Go on. Anyway, so there's 2 lawsuits filed with French prosecutors. Let's see. What are the lawsuits going on here? Oh, they're just trying to ban the loose style box transactions. Europe's been ahead of us by years in terms of the legislation and in terms of coming down. So people don't get gambling habits and kids don't, and so that kids don't run amok, and adults too.
Two lawyers are representing 2 separate clients. Karim Moran Lahouzi is one of the lawyers, and Victor Zaguri is another. Buying packs is nothing more than a bet. The logic of a casino has entered their homes, Zaguri told L'Equipe.
This is funny about this person. The Ultimate Team sells gamers the dream of building a team filled with soccer icons like Pele, Maradona. I've heard of him. Zinedine Zidane, haven't heard of him, and George Best.
You've never heard of Zidane?
No.
Jesus.
After spending
the headbutt heard around the world, Pat.
Oh, he's the guy who did the headbutt.
Yes.
I know about the headbutt. Okay. After spending $663 in 5 months, the best player Zaguri's client had acquired was Greece and Napoli defender Kostas Manolas, who he had never heard of. Poor Kostas Manolas. I'm sure he's a fine player. The client, a 32-year-old driver, said he had fallen behind with his rent payments because of his addiction to the game. The developers of the game mode have created an illusionary and particularly addictive system, explained Zaguri. Today, an 11 or 12-year-old can, without restriction, play FIFA. Was it FU Team? Is that FIFA on? I don't know what that means.
FIFA Ultimate Team.
Ultimate Team. And spend money because there's no parental control system in the mode. The suits are requesting the games be classified as gambling under French law and that EA publish the algorithms behind the loot box mechanisms. This is what we always come back to in terms of gambling. When gambling is regulated, what's required is that the player knows the odds.
Right.
That's the fair thing. When you go into a casino and you play a table game, the odds are there for the payouts for the jackpot things on the side. They have them there. They do. For the prop bets and things like that. And otherwise, they're not hidden. You can look up, whatever, all the craps, odds versus payouts. They're there, but you'll see the odds and payouts for one-time bets and craps. So they do that so that there's not a mystery in place. This is a mystery to people. And so when it's a mystery and you're throwing your money away, you don't even know, you have no expectation of what the payout would be versus the money you spent, even theoretically. That's the danger. The other danger is that if it's not classified as gambling, you don't have to put warnings in place about please gamble responsibly or provide potential, if you have a problem, call this number. So not saying that takes care of the issue, but there's always some sort of at least minor concessions made when it's regulated, at least.
Sure.
There's no warning when you enter these games. Gambling may be addictive. Get help if you have a problem. Like, that's nowhere to be. I'm sure if I fire up FIFA, I'm not going to see that gambling warnings before I spend money. Will I?
I honestly, I do not know.
Not in the U.S. if it's not regulated.
But I do think there's something to be said. I have no problem with these modes if this is what people want to play. But I do think there's something to be said here. Allow that mode to be parental locked.
Absolutely. That's insane that that's not.
Yeah. Allow that mode to be parental locked. And
how about
put the warnings up there?
How about you limit the amount of times you can spend money in a certain period of time? I know that would cost you money, EA, but holy shit. It's a lot easier just to plus going back to casinos. Casinos, you exchange cash. If this is on your credit card, it's magic money. Sure. I don't see it. It's a lot more. There's something more tactile and visceral when you're in a casino. Oh, I just blew $100 out of my wallet versus it's $100 on my credit card. Oh,
sure.
I don't see it. It's a lot different than yeah. It's actually a lot more dangerous than gambling in a casino. The more I look at these things, a lot more dangerous because of that. Banned in Belgium, Holland, where next? I love that casino.org is writing this article.
Yeah.
EA strongly denies the mechanisms are a form of gambling. Surprise, mechanics! Surprise, your credit card bill is in the mail. They were forced to modify their FIFA games in Belgium after the country's regulator said the paid loot box system constituted a game of chance in the sense of the Gaming and Betting Act, and that players would pay money for a shot at winning desirable in-game items, with the prize being determined by chance. Holland has taken a similar line. Others may follow suit. The UK Gambling Commission said in June that the FIFA's loot boxes did not constitute gambling because there was no way to monetize the prize. Ooh, someone got maybe paid off in the UK there for that. Anyway. And then we talked about the article brought up here about Claire Murdoch.
That's what I always see it come down to, is because there's no way to monetize what you're getting in return, that it's not gambling, but you're still taking a gamble on something in the game.
It's a chance item. It's a chance. Brought up Claire Murdoch, who we talked about, who said they're setting kids up for addiction by teaching them to gamble. There you go. And we're falling behind. The FTC is looking into the legal and ethical dimensions of loot boxes, as are regulators in countries across the world. So there you have it, Ian. I mean, it's just interesting. But here, the issue, of course, is that they're not going to stop doing this because people are buying in.
Sure.
So it's collectively our faults. Yes, gambling's addictive, and once you get into it, it's hard to get out, but it's our fault. So if we didn't, stoke the fires of microtransactions, they would have died out, 6, 7, 8 years ago, but before they started to get big. What do you think it's when they started to get big, like 6, 7 years ago? With like Street Fighter 4?
Street Fighter 4 would have been like
8,
10,
9?
12 years ago. Yeah, Street Fighter 4 came out in 2008, 2009. 8? Yeah.
I thought it was after I moved here. Holy shit.
I think that's 2008 Street Fighter.
And that was just getting costumes, right? That wasn't like a...
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, that was the start, basically.
Yeah, Street Fighter 4 is 2008.
Okay. Well, it's your fault out there. Stop gambling on card packs to get, to upgrade from John Starks.